Rise and shine, although it may be tough to today. Welcome into a brand new day. I'm Devontae McKenna.
And I'm Audrey Bisk. Glad to be with you as always. Jacqueline Shear is in for Brian. We begin with that rainy forecast. Jacqueline.
Yeah, an active day here on First Warning Radar Network. Of course, this is our exclusive radar here at WXII, and we are keeping it busy this morning with some showers in the area. We had some thunderstorms as well. The thunder has mostly died down. We could hear a rumble still. And I want to point out, too, that it's a lot lighter than it was. So even about an hour ago, we had lots of yellows, oranges, and reds in our area, and you can still see that as you head towards Cabarrus County and the Mecklenburg County. But for our forecast area, we see blue, which indicates we've just got some light rain out there. Careful on those roads, though. We had quite a bit of rain already today, so we could see some ponding, definitely some wet roads out there for the morning commute. And then over the next couple of hours, a few more waves of showers and storms move through, and we could end up dealing with severe weather as we head through the day, especially in the southeastern portion of our forecast area. In less than 10 minutes, we'll talk more about the timing and the biggest threats from that severe weather.
All right, thank you for those updates, Jacqueline. We also want to give you an update with traffic this morning. As Jacqueline said, we need to be aware of ponding on roadways because that could really cause the biggest issues that you're going to be seeing out there for the morning commute. Thankfully, as that rain is sort of starting to lift, we're getting a better view of what this traffic conditions map is going to look like as we go through the rest of those morning hours. Now, as you take a look now, of course, wet roads are all over the Piedmont Triad area. In fact, last hour when we looked at this map at the top of the 5, things were really a lot more with the blue on the map, which indicated more areas of ponding on roadways. Of course, now that it's gone, that doesn't mean that the roads are completely dry at this point. They're certainly going to still be wet. So let's see how those roads are looking right now at this hour as we take a live look outside. Wet roads, as I told you, I-40 right there at Sandy Ridge Road in Colfax. Thankfully, it looks like things are still moving smoothly on the freeway system. But another thing to keep in mind this morning, helpful reminder, always keep those lights on if it is actively raining. Of course, we will continue to keep you updated with traffic as the morning goes on.
Today, a suspect arrested in connection to the murder of a man who disappeared in 2019 is facing a judge.
The case took a turn about 1 week ago when investigators started digging on private property on Everidge Road in Winston-Salem. Jackie Pascal joins us now this Monday. Jackie, what are the charges the suspect will face in this case?
48-year-old Kenneth Cox is facing a felony charge of concealment of human remains believed to be from an unnatural death. Now, police and the SWAT team took him into custody on Friday on that charge after a 5-day investigation on a property on Everidge Road turned up the remains of Aaron Wood. Now, Wood had been missing since 2019. Police got new information in 2021, though, that turned his case into a homicide investigation. And they say that is what led them to Everidge Road. They say Wood had been working in construction there. We should note both the chief of police and district attorney Jim O'Neill say the owners of the property were not involved in Wood's disappearance.
As I spoke with the homeowner that currently owns his property, they were entirely cooperative. They knew nothing about this when they purchased the property, and they've been nothing but good to the people that have come here and worked every single day, especially the police department. Very good people, and they are upset, as you can imagine, that this happened on their property.
Authorities did not say if their investigation into that property was fully complete at this point. What we do know this morning is that Cox is currently being held at the Forsyth County Detention Center under a $1 million bond, and again, he is due in court today. Stick with WXII 12 News as the day goes on for updates. Live this morning in Winston-Salem, Jackie Pascal, WXII 12 News.
Happening now, 2 people shot in Greensboro late last night are waking up in the hospital. Just after 9:30, officers were called to Lightfoot Trail about a reported shooting. This is just off Guilford College Road. We're told EMS took the victim to the hospital. No word yet on their condition this morning, and police don't have any suspects. Less than an hour later after that, police were called to West JJ Drive about a shooting in that area. This is right off Randleman Road and I-40. We're told EMS took a gunshot victim to the hospital. No word on their condition yet, and police say they don't have a suspect in this case either.
And police are also telling us that multiple teens in the Piedmont Triad were either killed or injured in a string of shootings over the weekend.
Our Christina Evans is back now with those details. Christina.
Audrey Devante, the latest shooting happened just last night there in Burlington. This is when police responded to a shots fired called at the intersection of Holly and Evans Street. Now, when those officers got there, they did find two 15-year-old boys and a 19-year-old man with a gunshot wound. All three went to the hospital with critical injuries. Right now, there are no details on a suspect in this case. And as we turn our attention to Winston-Salem, police tell us that a 16-year-old was killed in what they're calling a targeted attack. Investigators found Trayvon Mitchell there in the parking lot near Ashley Crossing and Morgan Circle. Mitchell died there at the scene from multiple gunshot wounds. Officers tell us that his 16-year-old brother was also shot. This morning, he's recovering in an area hospital, but investigators say that both of those victims were shot by someone they met in the parking lot. We have been told that the suspect drove off in a car after that shooting. Winston-Salem police are also investigating the death of a 30-year-old as a homicide. Police found Ethan Bain there with a gunshot wound on Reynolds Park Road. Investigators say that Bain was shot as he was leaving a party after an argument with several different people. Officers have not made any arrest in these cases there.